Shalom, shalom, mishpocha. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. Today I'm going to speedily try to finish up the themes of the days of the Omer. We're going to be starting with day 37 and shooting all the way to day 50, which is Shavu'ot, or Pentecost. Now, the 6th week, the theme for that week is the theme of Yesod, which is intimacy. And having said that, I'll run through the daily themes when I give you the overall theme. So the overall theme for day 37 is the severity and strength of his intimacy. Day 38, the beauty of his intimacy. Day 39, the victory of his intimacy. Day 40, the glory of his intimacy. Day 41, the intimate intimacy of his intimacy. Day 42, the majesty of his intimacy. Now we go into week 7. Week 7 starts a whole new weekly theme, which is Malchut, which is majesty. And so the overall theme is the loving kindness of his majesty. Day 44, the severity and strength of his majesty. Day 45, the beauty of his majesty. Day 46, the victory of his majesty. Day 47, the glory of his majesty. Day 48, the intimacy of his majesty. And day 49 is the majestic majesty of his majesty. And of course then we hit day 50, which there's really no theme because that ushers in Shavu'ot itself, or the day of Pentecost. Now I'd like to point out that on day 40 of counting of the Omer, some say that it's the Ascension Day, that it's the day that Yeshua ascended up into heaven after being resurrected from the dead. Also, the fast of Moses, Moshe, is observed at this time as well. And so, all these, like I said before, many times over, all these themes basically help us to understand who Yahweh is through his attributes, through his character. And because we're to be conformed into the image of his son, Yeshua HaMashiach, and according to John 17, he said, Yeshua said, I and the Father are one, so the Father and Son are one. So when we're being conformed into the image of Yeshua, therefore we're being conformed into the image of God. Why not directly be conformed into the image of Yahweh? Well, because Yeshua was the Torah, the written Torah manifested. He's the living Torah. He came in human form so we could read and visually see how divinity would walk out the Torah if he was a man, how he would observe the Torah. So Yeshua HaMashiach is our ultimate example because he's basically God in the flesh, to where we look at the testimony of the scriptures regarding his life and how he walked and followed the Torah, and therefore we're to imitate him and we're to be conformed into his image. Rav Shaul was so confident that he was walking in the footsteps of Yeshua HaMashiach by walking and following the Torah that in one of his letters he says, imitate me. Because if you imitate me, you're going to be imitating Messiah. I'm doing my best to imitate the Messiah, and therefore imitating Messiah, you're going to be imitating God. And we are, we were made in his image, in the constitution of his image when he created us, when he created Adam, before Adam fell. And these attributes help us to the finite extent that it can to bring us back to that pre-fallen Adamic state on this earth, if you will. And then when Yeshua HaMashiach comes and takes us back to the new heaven and the new earth, we will therefore fully and completely, no holds barred, be conformed into his image. And even though we're going to fall and fail and stumble, we get an A for effort. The point is, when you fall, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, wipe yourself off, and just keep going, because that's what it's all about. He said, those who shall endure to the end shall be saved. So that's what it's about. And of course, day 50, Shavuot itself, is the commemoration of the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai and the events that took place at Mount Sinai. There was great shaking. There was a mighty wind. There was, in the form of a shofar blast. There were, signs of fire there, just as it was at Pentecost and Shavuot in the book of Acts, where a mighty rushing wind came in. There was a shaking because of that wind, and there were cloven tongues of fire. And so it's not only the commemoration of the giving of the Torah, but it's the commemoration of the giving of the Ruach HaKodesh, who helps us to understand the Torah and to be able to walk in the Torah through the interpretation of the Ruach HaKodesh. And he's not going to lead us astray. He's not going to lead us anywhere that Mashiach himself did not walk, because Yeshua HaMashiach is the perfect example. The Ruach HaKodesh helps us to understand the life of Yeshua, and therefore understanding the Torah and how to walk it out and live it without being, as Christians say, legalistic, without going into bondage, as they erroneously and ignorantly say. But there's freedom in Torah. Why is there freedom in Torah? There's freedom in Torah because we're free not to sin anymore, because we're following the instructions, and we're staying faithful to the marriage covenant, to Hashem, through the Torah. We are free from sin. We are delivered from sin. And Yeshua HaMashiach, through his death on the cross, he nailed the penalty of the Torah, not the Torah itself, but the penalty of Torah to the cross, which is sin itself, which is death. The penalty is death. We are delivered from that death, and therefore we can boldly and righteously walk in the footsteps of Yeshua HaMashiach by walking and following the Torah. And that's true freedom. That's true freedom. I've never known such peace. I've never known such freedom. I've never known such hardship either. But I'll tell you, that hardship has made me who I am today. And as Romans 8:28 says, it's all for my good. It's made me who I am today and has made me a better servant of Hashem. Yeah, I've had hard knocks. Yeah, I've lost friends. I've lost family because I follow the Torah. I've been persecuted. But didn't Yeshua say you will be hated because of me? If you follow me and walk in my footsteps, you're going to be hated. So, nothing surprising or strange. As Kepha said, nothing strange is happening to you that it hasn't happened to other true believers. So, I try, as Yaakov said, James said, to count all these trials and tribulations as joy. And as Rav Shul said, believing with my whole heart that they're working for my refinement. They're working out for my benefit, for the good. So I take these trials and tribulations, not as enemies, but as allies and friends, as tutors, as teachers, to refine my character, which is what the counting the Omer is all about, and to help me to walk in the footsteps of Yeshua HaMashiach by walking and following the Torah. Because when I do that, I'm walking a step above. I'm walking in freedom. And it's so awesome and it's so great. And I hope that you have the desire to experience that. And I hope through the counting the Omer that you actually begin to experience that, because it's a very awesome and awesome thing. So hopefully you enjoyed the rest of the summation of the counting of the Omer, the themes and what they're all about. So enjoy Shavuot when it comes around. Shalom and Shavuot Tov Mishpocha.